Good morning. How are you this morning? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce from, generally speaking, sunny California. And if you've been watching the LA wildfires, it is sunny. But over there in the California Santa Monica mountains and hills, it's pretty bad with the fires, obviously, and we've been watching that and just shaking our heads in disbelief as those fires rage on. Thank you, though, for joining me today, Tuesday, January the 14th, 2025. I have put a background on here of Rancho Mirage, California, and this is kind of what it looks like here. Not a bad looking view. Let me get out of the way so you can, I don't interfere with this screen. But there you go. Typical look at our neighborhood here. Golf courses and golf greens and bunkers and palm trees and green grass and flowers and beautiful blue skies and mountains and hills around us. Kind of a nice place. Generally, it's very calm here. The winds are usually rather light, but we can get dust storms. We can get, Santa Anas. Although we've noticed the Santa Ana event has been more north of us than through us here. The winds heading to LA are actually heading to LA about 20 to 50 miles north of our geographical location, and that's where the winds are really howling over there. But we have had some windy conditions, but not as windy as I've seen in the past. I have been here with 50 and 60 mile an hour winds, definitely, and it's day or night. It's not just a daytime phenomenon. It can be in the evenings as well, depending on high and low pressure systems and weather fronts. But right now, dry, sunny, mid 60s for the high, slight breezes here and there, and we're watching LA in we're just saddened by it. We really are. We do know there are people here who have what we call the cottage. They have a second property in this area from LA. Many have that or do that. And at the moment, there have been people who have come here from the greater LA area to live in their condos because they don't rent them out at all. And they come in here now and they might be living in their condo here for quite a bit of time as they deal with the nightmare of insurance, claims, environmental cleanup problems, and you name it. You are going to hear so much news about the LA thing. Now, if you're not from California, you're not going to hear as much about it than if you are here. But those folks who live in California are very well aware that if you have a catastrophic event like this, the cleanup and the rebuild process can take years of bureaucratic paperwork and environmental, is it mitigation? There's a word there to have to deal with this stuff. All of the wildfires that have happened in the last 5 to 10 years in Northern California, where we've noticed a lot of fires, even there are towns and cities who are yet still not rebuilt fully to what happened to them 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. There are many properties are individually owned, of course, and it's individual owners that have to decide what are they going to do and what can they afford to do. And therein lies the other issue. The other problem is, or the reality will be, in greater Los Angeles and some of these neighborhoods where block after block after block, if you've seen these aerial shots of burnt out foundations, houses down to the foundation. Could there be a land grab? Could there be a scenario where homeowners will not want to rebuild? They're going to get paid a certain amount of money for their structure, and then they're going to sell the land that they own to someone else for an offer they can't refuse. And will there be a land consolidation by certain land acquirers who are going to then apply to the local city government to say, we're going to clean up this. We just bought 8 lots together, 4 on this side of the street, 4 on that side of the street. We're going to clean it all out, and we're going to put up a condo complex instead of 8 houses, we're going to put up 20 condominiums 4 floors high or something like that. And that's an increase in diversity, an increase in population, but every structure is a brand new structure with sprinkler systems and maybe with tiled roofs and much better protected for fire issues. The debate will rage because there will be those who want to stay in the neighborhood and not see condos and apartment buildings replace individual houses, but to put up a new house on a former destroyed house might be 50% more expensive because of the cost to clean up the toxins in the land in the first place. You got to dispose of this. And then the cost to rebuild from scratch could be so prohibitive because of a lack of contractors, a lack of foreigners who will do the grunt work, because there's something coming starting next month. There's going to be raids and raids and raids. A whole bunch of people are going to be just scared to even be in public on a job site. Who knows? I don't know. We're talking 17,000 structures so far. Fires are supposed to rage today because 50-mile-an-hour winds are going to show up in LA. This is not going away, and it's a big deal. Here, we don't have that issue. You can see here that if there were fires breaking out here, the palm trees could catch fire. Yeah. Some of the condos could catch fire. Sure. A lot of the condos are covered in ceramic tile type roofs, and they're 1-story type units. And there's a lot of grass in between, with fairways and stuff. You turn the sprinkler systems on the fairways and get that going, and you build your humidity at ground level dramatically. I don't know. I mean, yeah, condos can burn down here under the absolute perfect ideal circumstances, but I can tell you that from 10 miles away from here, there will not be embers flying over to burn this place because the hills behind us don't have trees on them. We're in a desert, and all around this property, it's sand. Even inside these communities, we have undeveloped property that is desert, and so rather difficult to ignite sand. But in the San Bernardino forest and the Santa Monica area there, the preserves and the nature trails, it's pretty to look at, but the problem is it's fuel for fires under the ideal circumstances. And so what can I say? That's what we have going on. We're watching a lot of stuff. The market right now is slightly green, but not incredibly green. We had an update yesterday for the Dow. We did end up with a gain when it was all said and done. So we came out of yesterday's market with a plus. The Dow yesterday gained 358 points, but remember, it lost not quite 700 points last Friday. So we haven't even got that back. We're up 26 on the Dow right now. We were up 100 and something a few minutes ago. We're meandering. We're watching producer price inflation. We're watching other stats coming out today. And I guess the street at the moment is not thrilled with the results of some of these forecasts, although I could be wrong. My computer is freaking out right now as to what's actually going on. We'll keep an eye on this. What else am I telling you? Oh, well, crude oil down 57 cents. The talk right now about the overall market, the big market, is it's way overpriced. And is it going to stay this high, or are we going to get a price moderation on price earnings? Or can the market earn its way to higher levels? And starting tomorrow, the banks will release their financials to us. Our friends at JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, US Bank Corp. In the next 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday, we will have 7 or 8 of the biggest Wall Street bankers come out with their fourth quarter financial results. And a number of them will show us their year end, because their year end is December 31. And we'll see how the street reacts to that, and how does the market overall react to that? Is the market going to be cheered on, cheered on, because they're going to say, look, Wall Street is really making a bunch of money here. And these guys make money because they do deals, they do financings, they do mergers, they negotiate IPOs, they do all kinds of stuff for the business community. And if these guys are setting records and making tons of money, that's got to mean there's good business out there, good environment for business. And that might spill into a market rally for the rest of the week. We'll find out. SoFi is at 14.28 right now, and it is up 22 cents at the moment per share. NVIDIA is up. Rocket Lab is higher. So we do have an uptick in the market overall. GameStop is up about 21 cents or 17 cents now. Thank you very much. We have a little gain on Apple. We lost 240 yesterday. We're up 65 cents. Tesla was up 850 yesterday after going all the way down to 385 or something like that. Closed at 403. It's now 414 in the pre-market, up $11. So Tesla recovering nicely from its low yesterday. And this is what I'm wondering about today. Did SoFi hit its low yesterday of 1360 and now it's at 1430? Because Apple recovered from its lows yesterday. Apple was down to $2.29 a share yesterday at one point, and it's now at $2.35. That's a $6, almost a $6 improvement on just Apple. Good old boring Apple. Tesla, as I said, hit 380.07 yesterday, and we're now at almost $414. That is a significant turnaround. Is this spreading elsewhere? Microsoft was as low as 412.29. It's 418 right now. 650 higher on Microsoft. Google was as low as 188 yesterday, 188.66. We're at 193.14. $5 improvement on Google. Amazon, we're at 220 right now. The low yesterday, 216. So a $4 improvement there. And NVIDIA, the low yesterday was 129.51, and we're at 135.90. We're just about $136. $7 improvement on NVIDIA. That is helping. And then Meta, the old Facebook, it was down to 598 yesterday, 598.45. It's 606.50, $7 a share higher since yesterday's low. Is this indicating? Is this a true indication that we may have bottomed out yesterday? We had a sell-off in late December into early January. Was that it? Did everyone have their hissy fit and get out? And now people are repositioning in? And they're now going for the gain of 25 from these low levels. Is that happening? Is SoFi, which comes out with their earnings in 13 days, is SoFi going to come out with earnings that are going to surprise the analysts, blow them away, as they usually try and do? And will SoFi come out with an announcement with their financials where they'll say to the market, not only did we beat our expectations, we are upping our estimates again for 2025, the first quarter, second quarter, for the full year. And if those estimates are way above what the street has been predicting, could the shares already reach, between now and Monday the 27th, when they announce their numbers, could we already reach $17, $18 a share already, which are new 52-week highs? And could the numbers coming out on that Monday morning in the pre-market and all day that day and that week push these shares to $18 to $20 a share already, which means SoFi is worth more than $20 billion market cap, maybe $21 billion in market cap? That puts them in the top 300, 350 most valuable companies inside the S&P 500, and they're not a member of the S&P 500. Could they become a member of the S&P 500 very quickly after this announcement? And that is why I have a poll question out there today for you guys to consider. Do you want to take a shot at answering my poll question of the day By the way, thank you for 60 thumbs up. So I appreciate it. Keep them coming. 121 of you have been brave enough. You've got the guts to stand up and say, Uncle Bruce, I'm willing to answer your poll question today. The question you asked us, SoFi will join the S&P 500 index in the first quarter. 9% of you think that in the first 3 months that SoFi will join the S&P 500. 24% of you, however, are saying, second quarter. In the second quarter, it'll join it. In the first quarter, they'll announce it, but by the time they get into the index, it'll be the second quarter. 31% of you are saying it's going to happen in the third quarter. They're going to be qualified and be considered for inclusion in the S&P 500 in the first quarter. They're going to be formally accepted in the second quarter, and they'll be formally added in by September of next year, the third quarter. All right, that's 31% of you. And then the rest of you, 37% are saying, you know what? I think it's 2026. I don't think it's going to be another year. Now, I'm asking this question for you. Okay, if you're thinking that, are you telling me that SoFi, in theory, by next year, either will not reach $20 a share, or you're saying to me, even if it does reach 25 a share or 30 a share, they won't be included in the S&P until 2026. They might be considered in the summer or the fall. It might be announced in November for January inclusion of 2026. But if they're $25 a share in the next quarter, let's say, let's hope, this thing is a $26-27 billion market cap company. That would put these guys in the top 250, 275 largest cap companies in America, according to the S&P 500. Other stocks, I mean, you take a look at the market cap of the S&P 500 and quickly zoom up from 500 up to 400 and see what the market cap is on these companies. You'll find out that as SoFi climbs into the 20 billion and 25 billion and 30 billion neighborhood, these guys are passing some big time brand names that you're very familiar with, that you would think, I didn't know they were bigger than this company. I didn't know they were bigger than that company. You're going to be shocked at just how quickly and how high these guys can move up. Just saying. Anyway, we'll find out. That's why I'm asking the question about inclusion in the S&P 500. Is this about to happen? They certainly are making money. They're certainly growing their membership base. They're making a profit. They're compounding their deposits. They're growing in bank size, ranking in the banking index. The 4,700 banks in America, they're in the top 60 now. I mean, this is an entity that is worth serious consideration. 1435 is where the stock is right now for SoFi. Your SoFi at 1435, up 28 cents. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We're here to watch and learn. Welcome to the party, pal, says Stock Jockey. I couldn't have said it any better myself. The Big E's here. Richard Carlin is here. Pappy J renewed the membership and realized, I joined as a Chillin member and then immediately upgraded to gold bagel level status. Thank you, Pappy J, for joining the Penthouse membership again, because you're back as usual. Andrea is in the house. Buongiorno. CKT is here. Free Range is here. Good morning, everybody. Jason Sutton is here. ALA is here. Eddie Martin is here. Welcome all. Splair in the house. How you doing? Short question: would you go on a $3 to $4 stock rather than 100 shares? I want to avoid. I try to avoid penny stocks, generally speaking. Although I have to admit, some of the SPACs I was following in 2021 became penny stocks. I'm not happy about it, but boy, the SEC sure put the boots to the SPACs, didn't they? You don't hear much about SPACs anymore, do you? You don't see much. The only articles I ever see about SPACs is how god-awful they were. They don't talk about how DraftKings was a SPAC and how SoFi was a SPAC, Rocket Lab was a SPAC. There are a number of winners, but they don't talk about it because it doesn't sell papers. It's not exciting. Stock Jockey, welcome to the party, pal. Thank you. Wing Commander, PPI numbers were lower than expected. Bobby, good morning, Uncle Bruce, and everyone from sunny Mexico. Welcome, Bobby. Wing Commander, 0.2 versus 0.4 forecast. Hector, 18, good morning, all. Wing Commander, Uncle Bruce, are you back in Creston? It looks like that background is fake and that you're not in Rancho Mirage at all. Corinne is here, number 36. SoFi, the man says SoFi doesn't even have a high enough market cap. We'll need to hold that market cap for a couple of quarters before the S&P will take him in. There's an interesting comment. For Germans, Aramis, Maryland YouTuber and actor from LA, known from the rookie spin-off for Call of Duty, is covering the story with the LA fire. There you go. And Well TV is doing a good job, in my opinion, covering the fires. Steven Jackson, sounds like the fires in Hawaii. BlackRock is going to buy all that land up. Deep Value, number 41 on the thumbs up meter. Steven Jackson, these fires are set up by arsonists. 3 fires all started at the exact same time. The man, we think inflation is bad now. Wait until they rebuild LA with contractors giving government bids 4 times the usual quote and the price of building materials 4 times. Touch Grass, the man, that's an effective inflation, not its cause. Aurora, good morning, everybody. Number 55 on the channel. Welcome to the 55th thumbs up. Sharon is in the house saying hi. Welcome to the new year, you guys. Number 58. Lossy, PPI report just put a foot in the backside of the market, and that's why we're up 160 on the Dow, 28 on S&P, 123 on NASDAQ, a third to about a 2/3 gain so far. We'll see if it holds. Charlie, number 59 today. Spicy, love that green screen, Bruce. I'm going on a 2-week cruise to the Mediterranean, all paid for from option traders. Thank you very much, option people, for handing me all this money. Larry Titus, good morning, everybody. I'm number 66 on the thumbs up meter. Spicy, Nancy Pelosi just bought a whole bunch of SoFi. Gustav, number 71, thumbs up. Janet, good morning, Uncle Bruce and Bagel Familia. I am number 71 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, and thank you. Matthew Edgar, new Nintendo Switch will be announced likely this week. As long as GameStop holds above 28.30 the next 2 days, it should be in good shape with or without Cohen and Kitty. Good for us sitting on cash secured. But ALA, Bobby, thanks for the answer on Bill for Quest Trade. I was whatever video call when your answer came in. Okay, I was on a video call. Johnny, LFG GameStop. Okay, giddy up. Bruce, I agree with small caps, but Cana stocks and Fubu TV are exceptions for me. It's okay, my friend. Amath, is GameStop going today? What's it all about? Alfie, what's happening? Well, I see it up 30 cents, 27 cents. 31.29 is where GameStop is at the moment, with quite a bit of time to go before we open. Weber, good morning, Uncle B. The shovel is here. PPI number came in very well, very nicely. And yeah, the Dow and the S&P and NASDAQ are higher. Oil down 70 cents. So far, we're hanging in. Willie, number 79, we're okay. Who else is here? Splair saying hi to everybody and filling us in on what he's up to. Welcome all to the program. And thank you for joining me today. It's great to see you today. Look, writing options for capital and capital gain and income. Way to go, kids. First thing I'm recommending you consider continuing to do is to basically liquidate out of the market and go into cash, and then write cash secured puts on your favorites. Obviously, GameStop, SoFi, Rocket Lab, AI, whatever you want to see a capital gain on that you believe in, whether you have enough capital. Do you have enough capital to write cash secured puts on NVIDIA? Do you have enough cash to write cash secured puts on Amazon or Google? You're writing 1 year out cash secured puts. You're selling IBM to buy to write IBM cash secured puts. Bringing in capital on top of the capital you have to earn a huge interest rate return. Because right now you can get 5% pretty easily on a lot of ETFs that are into the government bonds. You can go into corporate bond ETFs that probably can pay you 7.5 to 8.5%. They're not as secure as a government bond, no kidding. But are you comfortable owning an ETF that owns 300 different corporate bonds in its portfolio? And trust me on this one, They write options on these. They also get insurance on those. There are ETFs out there that run a very conservative ship that are involved in corporate bonds and offer some serious yields. Nice return on your money while you're in money. Now, there are more and more analysts starting to come out. They've started last year and they're coming out more aggressively this year, talking about staying the hell away from the market, staying out of stocks. One analyst this morning said that he does not see the possibility of a return to the equity market into some of these high capitalized companies for a decade. He's talking about catastrophic pullbacks in value of stocks because their PE multiples are just beyond, okay? If you're trading at 50 times earnings and 40 times earnings when you should be at 15 times earnings, you're talking triple the price. You're talking in some cases stocks trading at 3 times what they should be trading at. And so we have analysts out there saying, look, under traditional over the year studies of markets over decades and decades and decades, this is a pattern that always happens. This is one of those patterns that comes around every once in a while where stocks get priced beyond perfection to expectations, unrealistic expectations of greatness. And these are the kinds of stocks that can give up 20 to 80% of their value over a year. Maybe not overnight, but they can give up a quick 15, 20% in the first month. And then for the next year, give up 3 to 5% every month for a year. And they end up 60, 70, 80% below what they were once trading at. And they're barely justifying that value, unfortunately. And now they have to grow their way forward in higher values. Look, companies will do every trick in the book to keep the game going. Public corporations that want Wall Street to help them or want to be friends of Wall Street or use Wall Street to enhance share values, they will use Wall Street to help them fund enough capital raises to buy back a ton of stock to try to put the pressure on shorters to not short and try to justify. They'll raise money from Wall Street to acquire other businesses that are in their field that are cash flowing, maybe private companies that can be brought into the public company that'll add to its cash flow and earnings. They'll find ways to maybe increase dividends. They might offer a particular stock buyback program. They might come up with a buyback program where they're offering to buy back 25% of all the shares outstanding at a set price. Like the other day, ATIP, a month ago, announced a $285 buyback of a third of the company when the stock was trading at 70 cents a share. There are ways for Wall Street to assist companies to try to keep the shares up by creating artificial shortages and everything else. But at the end of the day, stocks trade on an earnings multiple. And an earnings multiple is an estimation of the earnings per share versus the stock price today. And if you're trading at 50 times earnings, and you should only be trading at 15 to 20 times earnings, you have to grow your earnings dramatically to get back to this level, or Wall Street will eventually lose patience. Because if investors of Wall Street can get interest rates of 5 to 10% on their money, then why own stock that pays a 2% yield? Why bother? Why take the risk of owning Microsoft or owning Apple or owning Facebook or owning other stocks that have very little dividends, very little dividends? The only way you want to hold Apple is a capital gain investment. It's the only reason you're holding it. So you're thinking 10 years from now, Apple will be worth way more money than it's worth now per share because they will continue to grow their company and run a really nice, tight ship. Well, great. That worked well for certain years, but we may have topped out for a while because Apple now is trading at close to 40 times earnings. There's no way the stock's going to trade at 80 times earnings. That's not going to happen. So the stock's not going to double from here in the next year or two. That's not going to happen. So now the question is, do you own Apple or do you sell it and write cash secured puts instead. You just write a bunch of cash secured puts on Apple, you're willing to buy it back at 10 to 15% below where it's trading at for now to a year from now. Are you willing to play that game? Would you be more comfortable with that? You'll get a cash advance right now on your money to do it, and you can earn interest on all this capital. And that's what I'm talking about with SoFi. You sell SoFi at $14.30 a share, write $20 cash secured puts, haul in $7.25 a contract, willing to buy the stock back for $12.50, $12.75 a share for a year. And if the shares don't go down there and you don't get exercised, you'll keep the $7.20 a share in cash on top of the stock you just sold for 14 something a share. You just sold your SoFi for $21 a share in cash today, earning interest on this money between 5 and 8% for the next year, which means a 5% interest yield on a $21 stock is $1 a share, $1.05 a share in interest. That means you're getting 22 something for your stock. An 8% yield on your SoFi at $21 a share, that's $1.60 more. You're now holding it for $22.60. The stock has got to go up $7 a share, $8 a share to get to $22.60. You've already taken that money now, up front. Right now, you're taking that money. And if the shares do rise $18, $19 a share, you will be able to roll your $20 puts, I should say, your $20 puts to $25 puts. And you will add another $3, $4 a share to your pocket. You're now at $24 to $25 a share cash in your account per share you hold now of SoFi. Would you rather be in a $25 a share position with the stock at 18 than holding $18 stock and earning interest on $25 stock at 8% interest, $2 a share in interest per year? Want to go to 30 a share, 25 a share, you'll roll into 30s. So once you go to $30 a share, you'll roll into 35s. You will add $2, $3, $4 a share in cash every time you roll up your contracts. You will stay ahead of this market. Stay ahead of this market. Your balance will go larger and larger. It'll grow to a much larger position, and your daily interest will take off. Higher interest rates, you don't care. You don't mind. This is the dilemma that senior investors are faced with right now. Large investors have this dilemma on their hands. Do I hold stock for maybe another 15 or 20% gain this year, even though we've had 25% for 2 years in a row? Or am I better off selling my shares at these lofty levels on average, and haul in interest and write cash secured puts to haul in interest on top of that? That's the question. And I say that's the way you go. Take my lessons and understand how options actually work. How are they created? Why do they exist? How do they die? How do you make money when something goes to zero? Because there's so many of you that just don't get it. You just can't get the concept through your heads that why would I create something that I know is going to go to nothing? How do I win on that kind of a scenario? There are incredibly conservative option strategies waiting for you to take advantage of, where the win rate, where you're likely to make money, is in the very high 90 percentile numbers, incredibly high. And even with that, you also have the ability to do what's called strategic rollovers to further enhance your likelihood of winning on these transactions for the rest of your life. These aren't like 1 week, 1 month wonder trades. This is a strategy for the rest of your economic future. And it can change your complete economic life instantaneously to levels you never thought possible. Because I do have viewers who watch me, who find me, that are sitting on $250,000 of assets that are generating 2 to 3% returns from interest, mediocre dividends, stock that's just meandering along. You're in good quality companies or good quality investments, but lousy returns on these investments. You learn how to write options. You learn how to write credit spreads. You learn how to do cash secured puts. You learn how to do poor man covered call strategies. Even learning to do something as basic as writing covered calls on positions you've had for years. You are amplifying the return of your capital to levels you've never seen before. And if you can take a $250,000 account and instead of making a 3% return, which is $7,500 a year, and turn it into a 15% return, which is $37,500 a year, you just added $30,000 a year to your performance. You're in your mid-40s. You don't retire for 10 or 15 years from now. By the time you're 60, 15 years of 30% returns compounded on $250,000, you are going to be sitting on millions of dollars. Right now at 3% returns, you are not even going to retire in the middle class level. Because between now and 10, 15 years from now, the value of your account is shrinking against overall inflation. And that is a fact, Jack. You cannot be caught in this trap, which millions, hundreds of millions of people around the world are trapped in this world because they're restricted by their employers as to what they can invest their own money into, their own retirement plans. They're restricted with the stock restrictions. They have to quit the company to get the shares that they've earned, to then do what they want with those shares. There are people who watch me here right now, and people who will find me today, and they'll find me tomorrow, they'll find me going forward. Some have found me already months ago, who never realized that you're sitting on enough shares of the company you work for right now that if you were able to write contracts that expire 6 months from now, a year from now, you could haul in more money from option premiums than you make for your salary already. That's the shocker for most people, so many people. They don't realize that I could quit my job and make 50% more money just on premiums on the stock I have acquired in the company that I've worked for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever that number is. I have enough shares now that I can make more money in premiums than I can make working for these guys. And you've wanted out for years. You've wanted early retirement. You were hoping to get an early retirement offer. You never got one. And you don't realize that the shares you have of the company you're working for, or the value of the shares you have, or the value of the investment you have with your employer through your 401k or Roth IRA, whatever retirement structure you have, saving structure, whatever, is enough that you can restructure those assets into just cash, for example, and then write cash secured puts on the very company you're working for, or any other company you want, or a series of companies, 5 different companies at the same time, bringing in enough capital from 5 different positions to spread the risk out, where you are bringing in a year's worth of salary today into your account today. And now you can withdraw 1/12 of that from your account every month for the next year. And a year from now, those options all expire out. You'll have rolled them over in the meantime, or you are closing them out a year from now and rewriting new contracts for yet another year or more of existing salary. And this allows you to go, well, you know what, I can quit this full-time ridiculous job I have that just is all consuming, and I can work part-time as a consultant for a couple of companies and do it out of my house. I don't have to go back to the office policy crap that these guys are telling me about. I can change my life. Certainly my wife could quit her job today. Of the 2 of us working, one of us makes more than the other. The lower income generator can quit right now. That's immediate, and that changes the household right now, maybe with the kids or whatever. Or we both quit, and we both do consulting work on the side with our computers anywhere we go, and we're going to do what Bruce does. We're going to hang out in Rancho Mirage for the winter. We're going to hang out in Illinois for the summer. We're going to travel to Europe for 6 months. We're going to travel to Australia for 3 months. We're going to go to Asia. And we're working on the side, making a few bucks, and we're trading, and we're writing contracts. This is available to you if you understand the option market, how to write contracts. But you have to want it. So there you go. Go to my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Make the first move over there. You'll find my website. You'll find my lessons, 18 lessons on how to become an option writer. Start with lesson number 1 and go to number 2. And as soon as you've done the second lesson, you could theoretically start writing options already. You could. You can now earn while you learn going forward from there. And I have had this email come to me. How many times have I had people send me private emails and say to me, I took your first 2 classes and I immediately wrote options on stock I have been sitting on forever. I got rid of this ETF and I got rid of these 50 shares of that and these 28 shares of this and I cobblestoned that money together to write some cash secured puts, and I hauled in $5,000 in cash. After your second lesson, I hauled in $5,000. And I know that all of your classes, I can't spend $5,000 to take them all. You don't charge enough for that. And so I already know I can take class 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the next month. I'm going to watch like a class a week, 2 classes a week of because you're changing my life. You've just given me a $5,000 return on a $100,000 account. I just made 5% return this month. I've never seen that before. I've never got that before. In the next 3 to 6 months, I'll be doing additional option writes that will bring in another $5,000 to $10,000. In 6 months, I'll have hauled in 15, 20 grand from my investments. I've never hauled in that kind of capital in that amount of time frame. And I can do whatever I want with that capital, either inside my retirement account, just buy additional shares to write contracts, or just write additional cash secured puts on this increased capital I've got coming in. I'm hauling in daily interest now inside my retirement account. And this thing is performing. This is something else. I can't believe it. Why doesn't anyone tell me this? No one will tell you. No banker is going to tell you this. No stockbroker is going to tell you this. None of your financial advisors are going to tell you this. You are taking control of your life yourself. They don't want you doing that. They want you dependent on them. Their bosses do not want them telling you can become an option writer and run your own little miniature hedge fund, your own little asset management firm. They don't want that. Puts them out of business. That retires them. You don't pay 2% management fee plus give up 20% of your profits to these guys because it's all buried in the fine print. It's time for you to take control of your life and step up to the plate. But you got to want it, man. Too many of you, and it's all right. This is life. So many of you who find me, watch me for a while, and then you realize, oh, I have to work at it. Oh, I'm too busy, Bruce. I got kids, and I've got this, and I've got that. And I don't think I'm smart enough to do this sort of stuff. Well, if you're not even going to take a look at it, you will continue to earn what you earn the way you earn it, for good or better, for worse. No hard feelings. It's okay. But for those of you who have said, Bruce, I didn't believe it. I heard about you. A friend of mine keeps telling me about you all the time. Finally watching you, and I finally decided, all right, I'm gonna make everyone shut up, and I'm gonna take class number 1 and class number 2, and then we'll see just what. And if it doesn't work for me, I can tell everybody, hey, I gave it a shot and I didn't like it, or it just doesn't work for me. I'm out of here. Fair enough. But I'll tell you that if you do take class number 1 and you take class number 2 and just open a practice account, just start trading options, writing options, not trading, but writing options in a practice account, risk-free. You can literally do trades that people talk about right here in the commentary section. See how they do, and you'll see it in your own practice account, whether or not people writing options make money or not. And you might go 3 months just to say, well, I want to see what 10 trade. I want to see the next I want to do 10 trades in a practice account, and I want to see if 10 trades in a practice account, how many of them work out, and by what, to what extent. And if you're that analytical, go for it. It's yours. You write options at the speed and frequency that you are comfortable with, not the market, not the gamblers, you. I'm turning you into a casino, and you're going to decide what kind of casino you are. Are you going after hotshot traders, or are you going after long-term option premium returns? Are you going after cash secured put capital plus interest income to compound your money? It depends on what you're going to do. Some of you with retirement accounts have to be more conservative than maybe you'd like to be than if you had cash outside of a retirement account. I get that. Some of you have both. You have capital in a retirement plan and out of a retirement plan, and you have two strategies. You have more aggressive with this capital than with this capital. Fair enough. It's up to you. But you better understand how options work and what the pitfalls are with options. Why is it the gamblers take these crazy chances? There's a reason why people are willing to give you money for something that is technically worthless right now, worthless, and will likely be worthless at the end of its life. And yet there are people in the middle of this game who come to your casino and will play your slot machine hoping they get one payoff and then they'll take off. It's unbelievable the kind of risk that people will take. They will take 90% risks on their money hoping for a win, where they know I have a 90% chance of losing money on this trade. You have a 90% chance of winning money on this trade. And you can change the trade anytime you want to extend the game, realign the odds in your favor even further. Again, 18 lessons are waiting for you to understand the hottest segment of the investment world right now. The number one growing area of investing is options. Article after article keep coming out about how popular option trading has become. And you all know, many of you know, how popular online wagering has become with this device. You know, my phone here, you know, my screen's freaking out as I hold this device. Your phone has allowed you to become a sports bettor. And look at the advertising that is bombarding you and everyone you know when you watch an NFL football game or a basketball game or a hockey game. It's absolutely stunning how aggressive these betting firms are to get people to play. The options market is just as addictive as sports betting is, even more so. And there are people out there who believe that they are smarter than the rest of the world combined and that they will be just fine getting involved in option betting. You are DraftKings. You are Caesar's Palace. You are the Pink Flamingo. You are Bally's. You are the casino, Bellagio. I'm turning you into a miniature Bellagio. And you're the one hauling in the cash up front from the gamblers who prepay to make their wager. They pay you up front to get into your game. You've got their money in your account. And you're sitting with your arms folded going, thank you. I've got all this cash sitting here from all these gamblers. And I'm hauling in daily interest on this money because of the strategies we've talked about here. Thank you very much. I like the odds of winning. And what can I say? There are people here who will not leave this channel. They are Gold Bagel members, and they will not leave because they are winning. And why would you? Why would you leave a winning shop? Thank you all so much for being with me day in, day out, whether the markets are up or down or flat. Congratulations. So many of you who are here and are winning this trade, becoming option writers. It's incredible to me how many of you have done it and are doing it and are winning. You're letting me know how you're doing. I love it. Thank you again for those of you who have stepped up to grab the classes, those of you who have completely changed your entire financial existence within a month or two or three. You've had the revelation hit you square between the eyes. You didn't believe it until you wrote your first batch of contracts. You actually still didn't believe it. You watched my classes. You hung around here with the gang. You became a Gold Bagel member. You joined me every Wednesday night for Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce. You're doing all the right things. And you still didn't believe that you could make money as an option writer until you began to write your first batch of option contracts. And it was then you realized, oh my God, I got $5,000 today handed to me by these gamblers to write these contracts. I can't believe it. It's right there. Like I said, it's until you do it, you don't know. And now you can't wait for the market to open up every morning. You can't wait for the market to start trading. You can't wait to write your next batch of contracts. You can't wait to do rollovers on profitable trades. It's just unbelievable. Thank you again for joining me and following us and becoming a winner in the market. There are a zillion channels out there you can follow about the stock market. The question is, are you making money or not? And how are you making money? And do you know when to take your profits if you have any? A lot of the problems out there with investors is they don't know when they have a win. With option writing, you know exactly when you have a win. It is so in your face, you can't believe it. And you're ready to write a next batch of contracts to win yet again. Congratulations, all of you. Thank you again for 229 of you out there. You've answered my question this morning so far. SoFi will join the S&P 500 index in the first quarter of 2025. 10% of you think so. 25% of you are thinking it's the second quarter, Bruce. They're going to join the S&P in the second quarter. 27% saying third quarter. And finally, 37% of you saying, they're going to join the S&P 500. But Bruce, I think it's going to be next year by the time it's all said and done. The question then, of course, is if you think the company's going to join the S&P 500 as SoFi by next year, where will the shares be when they are in the S&P 500? We're at 1437 right now in the pre-market. We're up 30 cents this morning. Happy to see that. But are we talking about the shares of SoFi being at 25 a share by the time they get in? Or are they going to be at 30 or 35? Like, how high do SoFi shares have to go before they really will be included in the S&P 500? And where will you be when the shares are at $30 a share? What is the situation you're going to be in? Are you going to be in the position where you've held the shares all along, you never wrote a contract against them, you just waited for the stock to get to 30, 35? Are you someone that sold the shares between $10 a share and $15 a share and wrote cash secured puts and kept rolling the puts higher and higher as the shares kept climbing and climbing? And by the time they got to 30, 35 a share, you're now writing $35 to $40 cash secured puts, where you're willing to buy the stock back at 25 to 28 bucks a share, something like that. Are you going to be that person? Are you going to be sitting on 50 put contracts that obligate you to buy the stock at $40 a share? One contract is a $4,000 commitment. 5 is 20,000, 50 is 200,000. You've obligated yourself to buy $200,000 of SoFi at $40 a share because you wrote $40 put contracts, cash secured puts, and you got paid 10 bucks a piece for these things. You're sitting on $200,000, of which you started off, you only had like 30 grand into this stock, but by the time you compounded it and rolled, you got 170,000 of other people's money, and you're hauling in interest of 8% on 200,000 bucks. That's 16,000 a year in interest coming in. What is that? $1,300 a month in interest coming in on your original $30,000 investment. I think you're doing rather nicely. Shares. Some of you are going to be writing 100 cash secured puts at 40 bucks a piece. You're going to have $400,000 of stock that you're willing to buy back, which you're never going to get because the stock isn't going to go back into the 25 neighborhood. Congratulations for those of you who are sticking this out and are playing this game. You've changed your economic life completely, and I'm excited for you. Cheers from Malta, says Luca. How you doing there, pal? Welcome, my friend. I appreciate you so much. Nice to see you here. Who else is here? I missed your show last night on TWB last night. I believe you had a power outage. Yes, we have power issues still in this condo. I don't want to bore you with the details, but we're having some issues here. We're getting worked on right now. Mandu number 5, number 107 on the thumbs up meter. Good morning, everybody. And here we have, the man says that I find that 30 to 45 days till expiry options, they work very well consistently for me. I know some of you have 5 different option positions going at the same time, and you've got 20% of all the options you've written, 1/5 of your position, they expire this Friday or next Friday. And another 20% of your position expires the Friday after that. And another 20% of your positions expire. You're constantly rolling over a batch of your contracts as each Friday goes by because you're managing your capital. That's what we do around here. Bagel Babe number 114 on the thumbs up. I am the pink flamingo. I called it. That's what I'm called. Mr. Premium, happy Tuesday. It's time to fill our pockets. James of the Misty Tree. Good morning, everybody. Lucky 117. Brian, I'm number 120 on Bruce's thumbs up meter. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. I love your rooftop office. Love that view of your valley there. Love it. Thank you all so much for saying hi and being here and winning and encouraging others to join you to win. You're doing the best you can with friends and relatives. I know you are. But some of you are not having any success whatsoever. You cannot convince anyone you know to join this channel, become part of this family. You've tried for a year. You've tried for 2 years. It's just not happening. Many of you tried for a while and then stopped and realized, no, I'm going to concentrate all my efforts and all my energy on being the best option writer I can be. I am not going to be Mr. Charity here, Miss Charity, and try to waste all my energy on people who do not wish to be self-managed. They just can't do it. They can't bring themselves to it. I totally sympathize and get it. I'm with you 110%. I know what you're talking about. Be the best option writer you can be. Generate the revenue you need to generate. Grow your retirement account now to the level of early retirement. Get into the habit of thinking, when I started with this guy, I was going to retire at age 65. Then I quickly figured out I could retire at age 60. Now it's 58. And if this growth continues on, it's going to be at age 56. And if this continues to continue, it's going to be age 53. And you realize that's only 4 or 5 years from now. I could be retired. And in reality, you're not retired. You're walking away from a career job or a schlep job to be an asset manager full-time for yourself wherever you are physically. That's all you're doing. You're not retiring. You're self-employing yourself. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm glad you're here. We're opening right now. My friend Larry is going to hit those bells. I love it. Giddy up, everybody. If you're having power problems, you plug into your rental car. There you go. Splair. Brian understands me still. I'm asking myself what glass Uncle Bruce researchers have invented to create your hyper-realistic filter. Brian, I sold Rocket Lab at $27 cash secured puts February 7th last week. Okay, so I sold Rocket Lab $27 cash secured puts. I got $3 for those. Bought them back yesterday for $4.40, and then I rolled into Feb 28 $26 strike cash secured puts for $4.80. Did I roll too soon? Rocket Lab dropped 10% yesterday. Hey, Rocket Lab's up 47 cents right now. Those puts are already shrinking in value. You're winning. You've added 40 cents to the trade, so you're actually took an extra 40 cents in, and that 480 contract is falling, and now you're winning again. You're fine. You're just fine. Absolutely fine. 24.34 right now in Rocket Lab, up 43 cents. The bells are being rung here. Lots of people don't give themselves a chance to learn Uncle Bruce, and they rather keep the status quo. I hear you. Larry, thank you for ringing the bells. We are open. ALA, neat, free range, it's party time, neat from Richard, neat, DH Ruda, neat, giddy up, everybody. Thank you, Larry, says Juan, and I love your rooftop view, Bruce. I love it. Thank you all for joining me today. Welcome to the party, pal. We are open. We're higher this morning to start the day. It looks like a 184 gain on the Dow so far. We'll find out in a few minutes where everything settles out. It looks like SoFi is 14.30 to 32, up about 23 cents, give or take. So we have a little positive start to the morning on that. We're up 29 on Rocket Lab. We're up 35 on GameStop right now. AI is up 97 cents a share. We've got NVIDIA up 265. Tesla's up 12 bucks. Palantir is up $2. MSTR is up 16.93. What else is going on here? Google up 48. Apple up a penny. Microsoft up a penny. Netflix up 72, Facebook down 575, Amazon up 159. We've got Super Microcomputer, SMCI is up a little bit, buck. Uber up 40 cents. So we got green going to start the day. We'll see just what kind of power we have behind this market. The Dow's up a third of a point, S&P up almost 0.4%, NASDAQ is up over 0.5%, oil down 58 cents a barrel in West Texas. Welcome all to the program. Depeche, hey, back from our 3-week cruise, thanks to Bruce, this channel, and cash secured puts and covered calls. Working on paying for the next trip now, hoping all have a wonderful and prosperous 2025. This can be your new normal right here. This right here. This could become your new normal. You made enough money from writing contracts and options to fund a 3-week cruise for 2 people. That's money. That's money. And maybe twice a year, 3 times a year, you're going to do something like this. Maybe the next trip is a 3-week all-inclusive holiday in Mexico. Maybe the next trip is a 3-week holiday in the United Kingdom, in Germany, in Austria, in Italy. Maybe a 6-week holiday next year is being planned for Australia. This could be the new normal, where you still live at home, you still drive your car, you have your family and friends and kids all around you, and you're beginning to do this now. This is a shift into a new normal. I'm excited, man. I love this. ALA. Boo NVIDIA, go back down. I just wrote covered calls, 150.55s. I just wrote the 150.55s credit spreads. Now it's 135 a share. I'm sure you'll be just fine. Stuart, neat emojis, Uncle Bruce. I am honoring the Knights of Knee because I believe when you say the power behind this market is actually the Knights of Knee. And so you must honor the Knights of Knee with an admission that they exist, and you shout out to them by putting up the knee emojis, because you know the power of the Knights of Knee. No question. We're up 168 on the Dow. We're up 28 on S&P. We're up 144 on NASDAQ. So we've got a gain going on here. We're up 32 on SoFi now to 1438. Will we hit new highs on SoFi? Those of you who've been writing $7.50 to $8, $20 cash secured puts on your SoFi expiring Jan 26. Those of you written those in the last week and a half, you're sitting there going, this stock wants to go to 15 bucks, 15.50. Those puts that I wrote for $7.50 to $8 a piece are not going to be up there. If the contract is only worth $4.50 book value, there's no way that they're going to be trading at $8 a piece. They're going to be trading at maybe $6.25, $6.40, $6.15. I'm already ahead $1.20, $1.50 a contract, just on a slight move up in this stock. This stock wants to go to $16.50. It's not the high, just $16.50. Those contracts are only worth $3.50 book value. They're going to be trading at $5.45, $5.25, $5.50 maybe. I'm up $2+ per contract written. Thank you very much. Let's just keep it going here. Let's go. Thank you all. Brian, I also wrote Archer $8 cash secured puts yesterday that expire Feb 21. I got $1 for those, 12.5% for 6 weeks. I'll take that deal. That's a nice little return on my money. Cindy B, Uncle Bruce, I'm thinking about selling some Matterport. I know the deal would bring more in, but what's to say the stock won't go down after sale, have cash on hand? Well, after the deal is done, the stock doesn't list anymore. The shares will be delisted. You're going to get $275 cash if you take the deal, and you're going to get CoStar shares. So that's what's going to happen. So you can decide if and when and whatever. And if you sell your Matterport, what's it at right now? It's sitting at $4.83. It's up 4 cents. You take the money here and use the cash to write cash secured puts on something. You'll add money to this money. Thank you very much. Might be the way to go. It's okay. Anyway, there it is. Explorer, I'm hoping that as soon as I leave with 20 grand, that my last paycheck will cover all the bills, leave something for the next bills, while 1 month vacation in the Eastern EU could be covered from call income. Blair, I know you're thinking, you're scheming, and you should be. There's going to be some good times coming your way. Your life's going to change dramatically. Mandu number 5, neat. Don't forget the knee emojis, everybody. Thank you, Mandu number 5, for being here. Thank you, all of you. We're up 173 on the Dow. 0.4 of a percentage point. The S&P is up 31, Nasdaq's up 160, oil down 59 cents a barrel. Welcome all of you. 1434 to 37 on SoFi. We're up 60 cents on Rocket Lab. We're up 37 on GameStop. We're up $1.03 on AI, back to $32. Nvidia up $2. $15 game on Tesla, $4.18 a share, $418.71 on Tesla. Palantir up $2.50, MSTR up $19.70, Costco up $1.30, Coinbase up $9, Matterport up 4.5 cents. We've got SmartRent up 4, ME up a dime. We got Google up 65, Apple up 90, Broadcom up 320, Microsoft up 213, Intel up 23, Netflix is now up $4.50 a share. Meta still down on the day, $7.65 at $600 a share. EI Lilly down $31, a very volatile stock. Amazon up $2.76. Spiders are up $3. Qs are up $3.99. Supermicro up $1 a share. Adobe down $2.71 at 406.26, 224 loss. Uber is up 88. Cisco's up 24. AMD up 32. Unity is up 38 cents. Enphase up 74. Spire up 26. Moderna down 19 cents. Pfizer down 12. IBM down 123. HPQ up 33 cents. Home Depot up 224. Vanik Semiconductors up 319. Goldman up 833. Anticipation of earnings tomorrow. Boeing down 59. Target up 120. JP Morgan up $1.20. Walmart up 25. Disney up 86. American Airlines up 32. DraftKings is up 27 cents. AMC is up a half a penny, but only at $3.51 a share on AMC. Royal Caribbean 35-cent gain at $227.58. Welcome all to the show. We're up 200 on the Dow now, and we got a 1438 market on SoFi, which is about the high of the year. No, high of the day. We got up to 1445. The high of the year is 1719 is the high of the year. So 1437. Thank you, SoFi. Keep it going. Now 1439. Let's go to 1450 and 15 today, and build from there. Why not? Thank you all for joining me. Appreciate you all popping in and saying hi. Make money, kids. Get richer. It's the name of the game. Thank you all for popping through here as we are opening now 9 minutes into the session following this market. Welcome to the channel where we like to make money. It's kind of nothing personal. We just like to make money. It's what you're all here for, and why not? Let's go. Thank you, Pappy J, for rejoining and upgrading to Gold Bagel. Thank you to L Wash for joining this channel and rejoining as a Gold Bagel member. Thank you to Nate. Thank you to Miss Glover, The Machine, James Durr, Douglas Jiggets. Fool of a Took, thank you again for being here. Ivan Bojar, Dousing with Codes, thank you to Naida. Thank you to Judah, Free Range, Sharon, David B, Walter Young again coming through. The DAJ, Johnny Boyce, what is that, LK? I'm not sure. Thank you, LK. Joe is here. My name here is here. Jason Sutton, Flint Creek has joined and rejoined again. Jay Boy, Rolo, Drew, Ed, Barry C, Chad, Touchgrass, Cutting, Edge Flicks, the Kong Wizard, Gavin Bowles, Matt, Carlos Rodriguez, BPCY. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining the channel as a member and following the exploits of our fellow viewers as more and more of you are becoming option savvy writers. Well done. 1443 on your SoFi, climbing again. Giddy up. We have 140 thumbs ups and climbing. Thank you. We have 261 votes now in on the survey today. SoFi will join the S&P 500 index. 9% say in the first quarter, 26% say the second quarter, 28% are saying the third quarter, and 37% are saying next year. It's going to happen between now and next year, Bruce. 262 voters with 140 thumbs ups in the house so far this morning. Thank you for both of those. Appreciate it. YouTube appreciates your participation as well. Thank you all. Taking a peek here again at some of our favorites. We've got Rocket Lab up 79 now. It's a 3.3% gain. SoFi's up 2.6% to 1444. We got GameStop up 50 cents, 1.6% gain. Matterport up about 4.5 cents. 23andMe is up 6. Spire is up 28 cents. We've got ATIP in the over-the-counter market at 263. Smart Rent 162 up 4. Apple up 85. Tesla up 1760. Microsoft up 138. Alphabet up 43. Amazon up 299. Nvidia up 281. Meta still down 620. Goldman up 738. Cisco up 21. ARC up 150. Pfizer down 11. HPQ up 32. Unity up 44. AI up 96 cents. Thank you. Adobe down 165. We've got Netflix up 305. IBM down 51. Vanex Semiconductors up 340. Home Depot up $3. Enphase up 88. Palantir up 319 today, a 4.9% gain on Palantir. Uber up 78 and Micro up 19.31 to $347. Did we hit the bottom yesterday? Is that the case? It looks like we have a nice bounce off of the low of the day. Remember, we lost 700 points on Friday for the Dow Jones. Then we gained 370 yesterday. We're up 187 now. So this is almost 500 and something points recovered from the 700-point loss on Friday. And we bottomed out yesterday morning with another loss, and then we recovered to a gain. Are we now gaining from here? And on SoFi at 1446, going for 1450, are we going to reach $17 to $20 a share between now and a week Monday? Because we are 13 days away from the earnings result for the fourth quarter and for the entire year end on SoFi. What is going to happen on this stock? It is definitely moving up to 1448 at the moment. We're up 40 cents this morning, but we were at 1360 yesterday. 1360. We just hit 1451, by the way. So we're up 91 cents from the low of yesterday morning. What is going to happen? 1453 right now. We're going higher. It's accelerating. Are we going to run this thing up to 20 bucks? Before the earnings? Is it going that high? Is it going to go to 17 something, 17, 19 and reach the new high and just sit there and then the results come up? What is going to happen? It is not going to $8. It's not going to 10. It's not going to 12. 1450 to 53 right now on your SoFi. Thank you everybody for hitting the thumbs up button. Thank you for hitting the survey question today. And thank you for saying hi to me from wherever you are on the planet. I appreciate all of you being here. Thanks again for renewing your membership, becoming Gold Bagel members. Don't forget tomorrow night, Gold Bagel Hangout Show, primetime live with Uncle Bruce at 7 o'clock Eastern Time tomorrow. We'll be talking options and everything else. Oh, we got a lot to go for here. Giddy up. Draw Dog is saying, you know what? I implemented the wheel strategy early last year with Nvidia, Meta, SoFi, Palantir, Tesla, making $3 to $5 grand every week. And I'm very happy. No stress. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Well, $3,000 a week is $150,000 a year. $5,000 a week is $250,000 a year. That is solid middle class and up. That is the upper end of middle class entering upper middle class. Way to go, Raw Dog. Nicely done. Raw Dog, well done, sir. Living the dream, says Brian. Cutting Edge Flicks. I'm number 140 on the thumbs up meter. Depeche, amazing, Raw Dog. Congrats. Free trade, free range. Bingo, bongo, Raw. Well done. Well, what kind of money are you guys making per quarter or per week, per month? What kind of returns are you now seeing in your accounts from option writing? Let the rest of the world know. Why should they become viewers of this channel? Why should people consider taking my classes and becoming Gold Bagel members? Is $3,000 to $5,000 possible? Are more of you making that kind of money? Are more of you making more than that kind of money? Some of you have been here now 4 years, writing options for what, 3.5 of those years? What kind of money are you making out there? Have you been able to break it down on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, annual basis? How's it coming off? How's it working for you? Bobby, my cash secured puts SoFi 12.5 and 13 until Jan 31 are looking like all mine money right there. I'm going to be able to keep all of this. 10 of those. Jen is walking through the living room. She's here. All my money. She's keeping all the money. She's going to keep all the money. Jen loves it. She loves being here in Rancho Mirage. She doesn't hate it here. Let me tell you that right now. She doesn't hate it here. Jen loves the fact that you kids are making money because it affords us to go to Europe in the summer, Rancho Mirage in the winter. Not bad. Jen is quite happy with this arrangement. She likes it when you guys get richer. Good morning, everyone. Juan and Splair are saying hello to Auntie Jen. So is Richard Garland. Thank you all. Congratulations, everybody. How much money are you guys making a month now on option writing? Are any of you making more money than you ever thought possible from your investments? I hope so. I'm excited. Hi, Jen.
Hello.
What's going on?
Just came to say hello to
Richie. I put a background on my channel there.
Oh.
People say, I like your office view you've got from the top of your office building there, Bruce. It's a pretty nice office view. Free range, thank you very much. Auntie Jen is here. Welcome all to the program. Thank you all for joining us. Jen is trying to figure out what her finger would look like if she slips it in here. And it's there it is. That's how it works. Oh no. Oh, she's...
Because I have a kind of a greenie.
Yeah. Depeche is saying hello to Jen. Alex, hello, Jen.
Alex,
welcome. Bobby Atkinson. I got to buy back some options. This is a new game. I got to buy some options for 4 cents each. I'm a nice guy. I won't let you cry all the way until the end. Walter Young, good morning, Auntie Jen and Uncle Bruce. Thumbs up number 150. Thank you, everybody. You're just encouraging her, you know. You're just encouraging her. Too much fun. The old background screen is kind of quirky, but it's pretty. It's a pretty thing to look at. Giddy up. We got Bobby Atkinson saying, well, back to vacation mode. Bobby's in Mexico right now, not in... are you out of Ontario or Calgary? I can't remember, Bobby.
Ontario.
I think so. See you tomorrow, Uncle Bruce and everybody else. Have a good time, buddy. Jay Gill, good morning, Auntie Jen. Alex, number 150. It's bagel time for Bruce.
That's right.
Giddy up. Splair is saying, you know what? Tilray has now made me 100% in 2 years. GameStop in 2.5 years. Warner Brothers, I could already gain 5% in a week. Had the chance for 9% on Friday, but it was too slow. SoFi, 20% in 2 months is possible. Splair is making money. Brian, Bobby is Ontario. Rock and roll. There you go. Thank you, Brian. Splair, SoFi still unrealized gain at the moment. There you go.
This is so much fun.
She's having a riot. She loves this green screen.
You can't even see me.
Can't even see me. If I put my hand in front.
Look what it does. It interrupts you.
Yeah, look at that. If I put my black thing, you'll see her doing what she's doing. She's shenanigans around here.
Glass and the glass. They can't see the.
She loves the new technology. So easily entertained. Christina, Uncle Bruce wants it extra toasty. Yes, that means extra dry, extra toasty. I'm thinking today.
Okay.
I'm thinking today. Ham and fried cheese, if that's possible,
Okay.
on a dry bagel with.
Dry bagel.
Well, I mean, toasted, crispy. I can't say anything without
A
being
dry
taken
bagel.
she just takes me to the woodshed all the time.
I'll bring up the dry bagel.
And that horseradish mayo.
And
You
horseradish
conveniently forgot the other day.
Did I? Did I? I don't think
Conveniently. Very conveniently.
so.
Bama Babe says, you know what? I've been with you since the beginning, Uncle Bruce.
Bam.
I do not stay daily anymore in front of my computer. Maybe I sell once or twice every 2 weeks now. I bring in between 100,000 and 150,000 a year. Giddy up, Bama Babe. Welcome to the party, pals. I love it. Splair, oh, fancy. The rooftop view is focused only on Uncle Bruce. Nicely done. Alex, Auntie Jen is an agent of chaos. That's right. She's an agent of chaos. Exactly right. 1450 to 51 on your SoFi today, kids. We've hit a high of 1454. We've done 4.5 million volume in about 22 minutes. Light. This is not heavy, and that's a sign. Not a lot of volume, and we're up 44 cents a share on your SoFi. Yeah, wait till earnings. That's why I'm asking, are we going to run up to 17, 18 again just because earnings are coming? There's no resistance to it. This should be a ton of fun here. I think so. Christina, oh, hey, Bama Babe. I haven't seen you in a long time. Walter, congratulations, Bama Babe. Well done indeed. And Brian, GameStop is under $31. It's $30.93, down 9. Stephen Butler, bagel time for Uncle Bruce. Giddy up, kids. We're doing the best we can, getting ourselves a dry, toasted bagel. That's what we're going to get. We're going to be abused like you can't believe. With horseradish sauce, and don't forget the sesame seeds on top of that, and under the cheese, over the ham. I don't know how she's going to do it. I just don't know. It used to be a lot easier, but I haven't been single since I was 21, so it's been a while since it was easier. It wasn't really that easy. Well, yeah, it was, because at age 20, my mom took care of everything, so it was easy. Have to admit, it was easy. Alex is saying, nice going, Bama Babe. Way to go. Mandu, good morning, Auntie Jen. Everyone saying hi to her, saying hello. We're up 111 on the Dow. We were higher. We're up 16 on S&P. We're up 94 on NASDAQ. Oil down 64 cents. There you go. Southwest Airlines is pausing hiring, they say. Interships and parties to save costs. The stock is up. Yes, the good old days are over. The staff morale at Southwest is plummeting like you can't believe, which is going to make flying Southwest an absolute nightmare for passengers going forward. Remember Spirit Airlines and Frontier, how much people hate those guys? Wait until you hate flying Southwest because of how Southwest management is now grinding the crap out of their own employees. This is going to cost them dearly because people are just not going to think of Southwest as their first choice. They're going to go, where's the misery the least? It's unbelievable how airlines piss off their passengers. They're so good at it. It's incredible how they upset their own clients. It blows my mind. I don't know. Anyway, Juan, Bama Babe, that is a pretty good chunk of money yearly here. That is what Uncle Bruce has done for all of us. Brian, 530,000 calls, option expiring on GameStop today. That's a ton. Not today. Today's Tuesday. This Friday, maybe. Beach Boy, yo, Bama Babe, what's up? Could tell Christina if this thing was ever on, will you? Kudos to the casino owning. Way to go. Doug Keebler, good morning, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Go SoFi, go. 1447, 1446. We've already been to 1453, 54. Could we go higher? Yeah, we sure could. We'll watch it. We're here. We're not going anywhere. A 38-cent gain on Rocket Lab. GameStop just went over 31 again. It's up 2 cents. AI up 32. NVIDIA's only up 54, and we're up $10 on Tesla. So a little pullback, little gain, little pullback, little gain. Welcome to the market. Welcome all. to the program. Nice to have you with us this morning from wherever you are. Well done, everybody. Free range, awesome, Bama babe, indeed. Those of you out there making $2,000 a week, $3,000 a week, $5,000 a week, $7,000 a week, $12,000 a week, $30,000 a week. There are people here making a ton of money per week on this channel per month. Money they've never thought possible. Thank you, gamblers, for giving my viewers free holidays. Jen, we had one of my viewers tell me they just got back from a 3-week cruise, courtesy of the gamblers. Let's take a look here if I could find this. Raw Dog is saying that he's bringing in $3,000 to $5,000 a week in revenue. And I'm just looking for that comment about the 3-week. Here it is, Depeche. Back from our 3-week cruise, thanks to Bruce, this channel, and Cash Secure Puts cover calls. Working on paying for the next trip now. Hope all of you have a wonderful and prosperous 2025. Way to go, Depeche. I love these comments. Oh, I love to hear how you guys are doing with your dough and what you're up to and what's happening. Have any of you been able to pay off the last of your debts? Did some of you were some of you able to get rid of credit card debts as soon as you became option writers? Did it take 3 months or 6 months to get rid of all your IOUs? Have you paid off your car loans? Have you completely changed your financial structure in the first year from writing option premiums? Have many of you or any of you noticed that you figured out that your retirement is going to become sooner? Your actual leaving your day job and becoming a full-time option writer is going to happen much sooner than you ever thought than before. Share your thoughts. Let us know. I love it when the rest of the channel sees just how impactful option writing can be to your bottom line. It's exciting. I love this. Free range. I'm loving all the inspiring anecdotes. Let's do this. I love this. Giddy up, kids. Thank you again for those of you who have come through with thumbs ups for me today. And for those of you who have come through with the question of the day, we have 157 thumbs ups. We need 43 more to get to 200. Help me get to 200 thumbs ups as soon as possible, everybody. You know that yesterday's show, we were at 199. We ended up with 199 thumbs ups. If any of you forgot to give me a thumbs up yesterday, you could go back to yesterday's show, hit the thumbs up button, and then come back to today's show and get me over 200. I would appreciate it. We're at 157 here right now. Stock markets with Bruce. Question of the day: SoFi will join the S&P 500 index. 281 responses. In the first quarter of 2025, will it happen? 10% say yes. The stock will join the S&P 500 in the second quarter. 25% of you think so. 27% of you think it's going to happen in the third quarter. And 38% of you think it'll happen by next year. Definitely between now and 2026, SoFi will be in the S&P 500. Thank you for answering that question. And thanks again for these thumbs ups. If you're able to hit that thumbs up button, please nail it ASAP. There's 162 now on the thumbs up meter. We're only 38 away now. Thank you very much. Ron Williams, thank you. Ron Williams, special shout out to you. A PayPal donation was made to the cause. Thank you so very, very much. I love it. Appreciate this. Very much appreciated. Again, for that, the notification just kind of popped up there on my screen. Thank you, Ron. Very, very much for that. From Lacey, Washington. Awesome, man. I love it. Thank you very, very much for that very generous PayPal donation. We do appreciate it. That is Rancho Mirage money. No doubt about that. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you so much. Let's see here. More comments coming through here. Brian, I have a GameStop $37 strike covered call expiring this week. I got $5 for this thing when I wrote it. I'm watching the premium drop. It is worth 23 cents right now. This is fun. Well, take a look at another $37 contract if you want. maybe expiring in April or March or May, and bring in dollars and dollars for that. Why not? Double D, Uncle Bruce, when SoFi exercises its cap call, will we see a stock run similar to Rocket Lab? I don't know. I can't predict this. I will just say that the accountants and auditors of SoFi will note this closing of this transaction in their financial reports. Now, did it happen in the fourth quarter? Is it happening in the first quarter? Is it going to happen in the second quarter? I don't know. But when it does, it will affect the book value of the company, and the asset liability part of the finances will show a change. There will be a comment from that. I'm hey, I'll promote it. Certainly. Lorraine, number 159, Bruce. Hector, good morning. Uncle Bruce, thumbs ups for you. Brian, GameStop is cliff diving. Brian, they want it under $30. I would think by the end of the week, says Brian. I don't know what to make of any of this. GameStop 30.84, down 18 cents. Giddy up, everybody. Congratulations, all of you making money on GameStop. Writing cash secured puts on GameStop, writing covered calls and buying them back for next to nothing. Well done, everyone. Those of you writing credit spreads on anything, well done, all of you, on your credit spread profits. I'm very pleased to see these come through for you. It's exciting stuff. Very nice, very nice. 102-point gain on the Dow, a little surge higher at the moment. Oil down 71 cents. AI up 23, Nvidia's up 59 cents. The Dow's up 128 right now. It looks like Tesla back up, say, $10 a share at this moment in time. Jeff, my car loan is 2%, 2 years left. My mortgage is at 3%, and 6 years left. I have no other debts. Money can only goes into my trading account. I won't be coming out till it's enough to live off of. Well done. You got cheap loans, keep paying them. You're making way more return on your money by managing it yourself. Well done, Jeff. I love this. Giddy up, everybody. I love it. Giddy up, everybody. Christina, have you been lurking, Bama Babe? Splair would like to buy them back and switch into 2-3 month calls on GameStop. He wrote 2 at 27 with a $10 strike. If I remember it correctly, at least yesterday, I had only a $700 loss on these 2 GameStop calls, so I'm fine. Somewhere before June, dropping to 22. Again, Blair, I'm not sure what you're up to there, but you know how to make money writing options. Follow the way to make money. 121 gain on the Dow, 13 on S&P, 58-point gain on NASDAQ. I hear cheese sizzling. I'm not sure if I hear ham and cheese sizzling, but I'm hearing it. It's smelling awful darn good around here. I'll tell you that right now. Jen is working the magic over there. Oh, I love this. Fabulous stuff. Thank you. Bama Babe, I spend most of my time playing pickleball now, laughing out loud. I love this. I love it. Raw Dog, hey, I've been a member for 37 months. No, thank you. Thank you for the knowledge. I am now financially independent, says Ron Williams. Well done, Ron. Again, I just love it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that kind donation on PayPal. And way to go, pal. Make the money. Make a lot of the money. Take it from these gamblers. They're handing it to you. You can't not take it from them. And it's in the form of thousands and thousands and thousands a week. You gotta be the guy to say, okay, gamblers, hey, you can give me the money. You want to take long shot bets? I'll take your dough from you guys. Well done to you and your family, and I love it. I just get such a kick out of it that so many more of the viewers that I've had now for years and years and years let me know that they are growing and growing their revenues, cash flows, life-changing, absolutely life-changing. And this is now setting you up for the rest of your life. Well done indeed. I love it. Christina says, we miss you. There you go. Brian, SoFi, 1454. That number sounds familiar. 1454. Yes, and now 1455. Isn't that a familiar sounding number on SoFi? No barrier to its upside, isn't it? Isn't it amazing? Brian, neat. There you go. Giddy up, folks. I love it. There'll be fun happening here. Oh my goodness, we got us a bagel here. Oh my gosh. Jen, thank you so much for this dried out bagel.
Blue on it.
She blew on it. Look at that. Ham and cheese, fried cheddar on the ham. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's check it out. Yeah. Horseradish mayo, right in there. Oh yeah. Roasted sesame seeds included. Oh man, that's good. Walter, SoFi back to 1454, 1456. Brian, I now have 1,000 shares of SoFi at 1485 and 10 cash secured puts. 1450 expiring Jan 31. I like the stock. There you go. Alex, can somebody have a stern word with AI, please? I need it back above 3250. Will you help me out? 3119, up 23. It's trying. Alex, it's trying.
Yes, more stern words.
More stern words are necessary. That's it. Fantastic. Absolutely great. Brian, Alex, it's pretty close. Christina, big green candle on SoFi, Bruce, 1455, 1462 on your SoFi. Just in case until August, are your one-on-one prices are the same? The one-on-ones right now, $500. And they're going to stay there for the rest of the year. You let me know when you're interested, folks. 124 gain on the Dow. Make it 178 gain on the Dow. 1465 on SoFi. We got a buy wave going here. Rocket Lab up 62. GameStop was only down 7 cents. It's coming on. AI up 36. NVIDIA up 80. Tesla up $11. We got a bit of a buy wave going in. Oil down 76 cents a barrel at the moment. Oh, yeah. Square, will there be a phase where you won't be offering one-on-ones? At the moment, they're available. If you'd like to have a one-on-one, send me an email. We'll get you guys set up. No problem. All right. Oh boy, look at that market. I like it. 1469 on your SoFi. We're hitting the highs of the day again. 1470 now, new high, up 63 today. Volume 6.4 million. If you sold your shares yesterday or the day before, and you wrote cash secured puts, your puts are falling as your stock is rising. You're winning. It's all fine, no problem. The question is, did SoFi hit the low of 1360 yesterday that we're not going to visit anymore? Are we on the way ultimately to $16 to $18 a share coming into earnings next week? 13 days from now? Is that what's going on here? Is this stock about to take a run to 15 to 16 to 18 over the next week? And next week, 16, 18, 19 into the earnings Monday pre-opening, Monday the 27th. And are we then breaking through 20 on spectacular results? The momentum trade, I mean, so much going on here. There's a lot of reasons for this stock to go higher. Just my opinion. Despite what Bank of America says, those idiots. I love it. Thank you all for joining in. 1470 on SoFi. Alex, somebody had a stern word with the entire market. A big buy wave just came through. 1474 on your SoFi. Alex, there it is. He sees it. Giddy up. Swear, everything just turned green. Bruce, everything just suddenly just turned green on me here. Way to go there. Giddy up, everybody. 1474 on SoFi, volume 6.8 million. 1475 is a high of the day. We're rolling. Rocket Lab up 64. GameStop down just 2 cents at $31. AI up 45. NVIDIA up 78. Tesla up 1160 now. Palantir up 225. MSTR up 15. Costco only down $4. Coinbase up 10. Matterport up 3.5. Google up 61. Apple up 140. Microsoft up 83. Netflix is only down 9 cents. It's turned around. Amazon up 260 now. Uber up 35. Cisco up 26. So we got more and more green coming up now. 184 gain on the Dow, 23 on S&P, 100-point gain on NASDAQ. This is 0.4 to 0.5%. Oil down 85 cents. Okay. Splitter, Andy Jen is laughing. I bet she bought into everything we mentioned. How about that? Oh, my goodness. Thank you all.
I'm busy playing Wordle.
She's busy playing Wordle right now. This bagel is absolutely fantastic. It's just spectacular. Oh, yeah. Go SoFi, 1476. 77. Market cap, $16 billion and climbing. Brian is saying Auntie Jen is the puppet master pulling all the strings.
Of course.
Or is it the bagel?
It's the bagel.
She brings me the bagel and everything goes up. Have you noticed that?
The bagel. Bagel power. Power to the bagel.
Yeah.
See, I can say anything here because I know they can't hear me.
They hear you. They hear you.
They can't hear me from over here.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think it picked up that much.
They hear you. Sorry, can't take a call at this present time. Sorry. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Giddy up. 1476 on SoFi is what it looks like it's doing right now. Christina says, we hear you. Yes, we can.
I have to make sure I don't swear it to the Wordle.
Square says, the Play Store offered me today a dating app, Coffee and Bagels.
Ooh,
That's the name of the dating app, Coffee and Bagels.
nice idea.
Wow.
That way it doesn't take too long, but you're there for more than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Anybody can lie for 15 minutes.
Well, you get to check your data to see what kind of toppings they put on their bagel and what kind of bagel they have. If they order an onion bagel with a garlic spread on it, you either be eating that yourself or it ain't going to be a fun experience. And maybe it's a sign. Maybe after 5 minutes of hanging out with you, your date orders garlicky stuff and you're kind of going, oh, there's a sign right there.
That's a sign.
Hands off. This is just a social little visit. I don't know. What do you think?
What if they have a plain bagel dry? Not even butter on it. Yeah, you just get up and leave. Just get up and leave.
What about a vegan bagel? Oh, the thought.
But it is a vegan bagel.
So it was vegan toppings.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Pretend meat.
Well, yeah, not vegan, but vegetarian, you can still have your cream cheese.
That's true. Grape jelly.
Grape jelly.
That's vegetarian. Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, there'd be a lot of analyzing going on about what kind of a bagel.
Choices.
What kind of a bagel did you get? What kind of toppings are you wanting on that bagel? Yeah.
It's not only what you're wearing and what you're saying and how you sit, how you present yourself. It's what you're ordering and how you eat it. So you're an exception in that you eat and talk at the same time, because otherwise they just hear you eat.
I'm a guy in front of a computer
Where you have to speak.
trying to get the market to go up so you get richer. 1482 on your SoFi. This bagel is making your SoFi go higher. That's all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
SoFi is noticing that Splair is noticing SoFi is going to 15. Let's move it up.
Slowly moving.
Oh my. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. Thank you for joining us today. Let's see how the poll question's going. Let's see how the thumbs up meter's going. The last thumbs up meter I saw was around 162. I got 175 now on the thumbs up meter. So that's coming up to 200. And then the poll question of the day, the question is, will SoFi join the S&P 500? 297 of you have now answered this question. We're approaching 300 responses. 11% of you say SoFi will join the 500 index in the first quarter of this year. 25% say the second quarter. 27% of you say the third quarter. And 37% of you are saying, in 2026, Bruce, it's going to happen. But I ask you this, not what you can do for your country. No. I ask you, how high and where will SoFi be trading at when it is included in the S&P? Will it do a Palantir? Are we going to see a Palantir type movement from $15 to $80 on SoFi? Hey, well, there are a lot of people out there saying Palantir would go to the moon if they were included in the S&P. Not only did they get in the S&P, they're in the NASDAQ 100. Got to make you wonder. Just a guy in front of a computer asking innocent questions. Not trying to cause a stir. I'm just a guy asking innocent questions about what could happen with your SoFi shares. I'm also asking you for thumbs ups. We need 20 more to get to 200. We have 180 thumbs ups. We need 20 more thumbs ups to make it to 200. We ended yesterday at 199. Unforgivable. Can't have that. Let me take a look at that number now. Let me just kind of slip back to yesterday here. What did we end up with yesterday? 199. No one has given me a thumbs up from yesterday's show. Been begging you guys.
They're busy watching.
They're getting too rich here. They're making too much money on the market right now. You know, you guys could slip back to yesterday's program. Just pop the thumbs up button and slip back here. And just say, hey, Bruce, I gave you a thumbs up for yesterday's show. You're definitely at 200 thumbs ups. But I'm showing right now 199. Unbelievable. drives me nuts. But it is what it is. You know, if you don't want to hand out the thumbs up, I guess I'm going to have to accept misery. I'm just going to have to take it. I'm just going to have to live with it. Question my future. Have I lost it? It's a message not. Yeah. Take a month off, not be on the air for a month. Think about my future as a YouTuber, because I can't even get 200 thumbs ups. I don't know. 189 now. Here we go. We're coming up on today's 11 more to go. Thank you, everybody. So appreciate this. 302 people have answered the question of the day now. That's pretty good. It's nice to see 300 over there. 200 over here on the thumbs up would be great. Thank you all. Okay. Let's take a look here at some of our favorites. Rocket Lab is up 73. And SoFi still up 66 cents. We got GameStop up about 7 now. It's 31.09, so GameStop is in the green. Matterport up 3.5. Spires up 28. Apple up 135. Tesla up 1080. Microsoft up 68. Google is up 45 cents. Amazon up 222. Nvidia is up 42 cents. Facebook down 665. Meta Platforms Incorporated. Goldman Sachs up 7.15, anticipating their numbers tomorrow. Earnings for Goldman tomorrow. Cisco up 25. ARC up 115. Pfizer down 14 cents. HPQ up 24. Unity up 62. AI up 15. Adobe up 61. Spiders are up 250. The Qs are up 304. Netflix down 191. IBM down 212. 212 on IBM. Vanik up 172. Home Depot is up 277. Enphase down 75 cents. Palantir up nicely, 259. It's almost 4% today. Uber up 37 cents. And then there's MicroStrategy up $10.75 today. That is what I am looking at. Waiting for earnings tomorrow. And then, of course, the day after, more bank earnings. And we're all anxiously watching and waiting for SoFi's financial results to come out the 27th of January in 13 days. Boy, are we looking forward to that. Oil down 119, by the way, 77.63. Oil giving up a little bit of space right now. High of the day on SoFi, 1486 has been the high today on your SoFi. All right. Rock and roll, baby. Well, giddy up, everybody. SoFi's looking good today, says Brian. I think it wants to go back to 16 here. Joe V. Uncle Bruce, I bumped your thumbs up to 200 for yesterday. Joe, you're a hero, man. Thank you. My bad for not doing it yesterday. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate this. You guys are great. Splayer, maybe your YouTube studio app is displaying it faster, Uncle B. Joe, Uncle Bruce, per Tiff on Discord, Citi raised SoFi's price target from $12.50 to $18, by the way. Wow. That's pretty good. Thank you, Citigroup. Wise decision as opposed to the non-movement at all by Bank of America. Flint Creek dropped a link yesterday. I can't find it. How do I find yesterday's show? Go to my homepage and you'll have categories of videos, live. You know, just hit live. You'll see yesterday's show. Click on that. You'll find it. It can be done. The Citigroup raising the target for SoFi from $12.50 to $18. Very nice. Flint, I looked. I couldn't find this thing. I couldn't find your show from yesterday. Splayer, go to Uncle Bruce's page, then to live. And yesterday, it's almost at the top right there. There you go. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you all being here today and coming through and hitting the thumbs up and answering the poll question and saying hi to us, letting us know how you're doing on your option writing. Awesome sauce, man. This is good stuff. Thumbs ups coming through. Last I saw 189. It's now a number of 202. Oh, yes. 202 thumbs ups for today's show. We broke the 200 barrier. You guys are beautiful. Thank you again. The poll question has 308 responses. That's beautiful. We're loving this. SoFi 1473.74 with a volume of over 8.5, almost 9 million now. GameStop is up 9. Rocket Lab up 79. We got a good day here. Nothing to complain about. Giddy up, kids. Way to go making dough. Way to go writing those cash secured puts on your SoFi. Taking a look at those January 2026 $20 put contracts for SoFi. They are now showing a 7 to 720 bid ask. And I believe they were showing as high as 775, 785 just yesterday. Wasn't it even closer to $8 yesterday? 721 last trade with only a $7 bid on the 20s. They are off 29 cents from yesterday officially with a bid 21 cents below that. So we are seeing definite deterioration on those $20 put contracts that expire Jan 26. Giddy up, you guys. Well done. If you write it for 710, sell the stock for 1470, you're getting 2181 for your stock right now. Nothing wrong with taking this kind of money and getting interest on your stock, on that cash. Very well done, everybody. Thank you all for popping through here and letting us know how you're doing. How's it going for you? We want to see you folks get nothing but richer. Nothing personal. We just want to get rich. Margaret Hernandez, Bruce, I'm number 206 on your thumbs up meter. Bruce, you are number 206. Thank you, Margaret. Love it. It's a beautiful thing. James of the Mystic Tree, I put in a good word for you on the Wicked Edge Shaving subreddit. Okay. Don't know what that means. Thank you, I guess.
A thread about shaving cream. So
appreciate the exposure, I suppose. Flint Creek says, I looked everywhere else. I couldn't find this guy's link to yesterday's show. I can't find it. I'm stumped by that. I am absolutely stumped that you can't find my channel. Got to find my homepage. Got to be able to do that. I'm amazed. Anyway, there it is. There it is. Thank you all so much for your participation today. This is great. I love it when you guys get richer. It's just a beautiful thing. Keep going, guys. Keep it going. All right. All right. Well, Jen and I are going to relax a little bit. We're waiting for the electrician to come to kind of fix a few electrical issues here. Have yourselves a great day. Don't forget tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll be on first thing in the morning as always, and also tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock Eastern for Primetime Live. Don't forget Primetime Live tomorrow. Thanks again for all your support of this YouTuber. And way to go making dough from this market, kids. Taking the cash off of these gamblers. Why not? Going on cruises, paying off car loans and credit card loans, building a retirement account, looking to retire early, becoming self-employed. I love it. 205 thumbs ups. Thank you. Getting us right through there. Thank you for keeping that coming, everybody. We will see you here tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful rest of your day today. Vladdy, I am 206, buddy. Indeed. Thank you. Margaret and Vladdy are fighting for 206 right now. So maybe we've got 207. I love it. Thank you, everyone, so much. Have a relaxed day from Splair to all of you. And we'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. Let's keep an eye on this SoFi today. Is 15 going to happen today? Maybe. Maybe it'll go to 15 today. Thank you, SoFi. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful, great day. Bye for now.